Scatter plots and trend lines. You've probably had the most experience with scatter plots. I know that you do these quite often in the lower grades, probably 6th, 7th, 8th grade. So scatter plots you're probably not going to need a lot of information on. So let's just go ahead and work with the example given you on your worksheet, and that is gasoline purchases. So if we were to generate a table of dollars spent and gallons bought, let's just put a few of this data on here. We have 10 gallons, $10 bought 3.24 gallons, $7 bought 2.26 gallons, $9 will get 2.89 gallons, and let's say $13 will buy you 5.10 gallons. So let's go ahead and put this on a scatter plot. Again, remember we have our X and Y values. So the X values will be the dollars spent and the Y values will be the gallons purchased. So as far as money spent, we've got values from 7 to 13. So we'll go ahead and start maybe here at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And for gallons, we have anything from around 2 to a little over 5. So we can start at 2 gallons. Maybe go in half increments, 3 gallons, 4 gallons, and 5 gallons. All right, let's go ahead and plot this data. So $10 will buy 3.4 gallons. So we go to 10 and up to 3.24. Next we have $7 will buy 2.26 gallons, so 7 and 2.26. Then we have 9 and 2.89. And we have 13, we have 13 will buy 5.10 gallons. Now, when we're working with scatter plots, a lot of times we'll have just tons of data, and there's not a lot of data and it kind of lined up, so it's probably not the best example ever, but it gives you kind of an idea. So we talk in terms of trend lines when we're dealing with scatter plots. So let's take a look at what kind of a trend is happening here. When we draw a trend line, we try and have about as many points above the line as we do below the line. This one's a little bit harder because we've got these three that kind of line up pretty perfectly, but then we've got this one way up here, so we'll kind of split the difference but hug those bottom values maybe a little bit more. Okay, so this is a possible trend line. And we say that this is a trend because it gives us a general idea of what's happening with the data. And if we wanted, we could even write the equation of this trend line. We would just do that by picking 2 points, finding the slope, and then analyzing the y-intercept. And you could actually write the equation of that trend line. Sometimes it's very helpful because then you can plug information in and extrapolate data or decide what's going to happen, way out here when you're beyond the information that you have on your scatter plot.